Hello YouTube, SentinalhMC here. Welcome back to 7 Days to Die. This is episode 5 of the Let's Play. I feel like a real idiot because once again, I don't know how it happened. I didn't record any of the audio when I was recording this episode, so this is all, you know, after the fact commentary. So, I'm really sorry. Anyway, starting out now, this new day, I'm going around collecting things. That bird's nest you see, that's one of the new things that was added in Alpha 2. So that's how you have to get feathers to craft crossbow bolts. Which means they're not bolts, they're arrows. But all modern crossbows really they fire arrows, so it's realistic. The recipe to craft a crossbow probably not all that realistic. All you need is sticks and some yucca fiber. I'd craft a crossbow, but I don't have yucca fiber. So collecting rocks, and I'm going to go to this house to see what's inside. My main idea this day was collecting some more metal, but I kind of ended up abandoning that. Just got to clear out these zombies. You really have to go for headshots because they're so slow, the zombies, during the day. There's no excuse really to not line up your shot, get the headshot, get the one-shot kill to not waste ammo. And when you start fighting zombies, that music does pick up a bit that you hear in the background. I like the theme music they got going for this game now. I did find a little bit of iron there. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the music. Just searching the zombies. I think it looks like I missed that bird's nest right there. And this house pretty much has food and water. I'm not going to be able to take all of it, and that's something that happens all the time in this game. You can't take it all. I mean, if I should have put all my stuff back at the house before I went out, but I wasn't going very far. If you are going a pretty far distance to scavenge, definitely empty out your entire inventory. Only carry what you're going to need. Your weapon, melee weapon, if you have one, your guns. I should probably be using a different weapon than the pistol. I should probably be saving my ammo, but I've got quite a bit of ammo. Even though I do make the mistake of continuing to... there's a recipe for a crossbow bolt, which that shouldn't really be bolt if it takes a feather. It should be just crossbow arrow or something, because it's not a bolt if it has a fletching. I'm going to kill this stag with my pistol. I looked for the hunting rifle, but stupid me couldn't see it's in number 5. I wanted to use the hunting rifle just to show you it, and I missed a whole bunch of bullets. But there we go. And I have to fire that last shot, and I reload. I shouldn't have done that. But yeah, I'm sure you wouldn't be able to kill a stag with a couple of pistol shots in reality, although I'm not a hunter, so... They also wouldn't start running around in circles. That's something that they're going to have to fix. I don't remember the animals just running around in circles. I think what they said about that was there was something to do with the way that they've updated the zombie AI, is that it's caused animals to start behaving strangely. But, you know, it's alpha. I mean, this is still alpha. For an alpha, this game's actually really quite nice. It's really good. So I'm just scavenging around for things. And now, that's when I've noticed I had the hunting rifle out. Apparently it's a Remington Model 700. So, obviously a reference to Remington. But they can't call it a Remington because copyright. They'd have to have a licensing agreement with Remington, and that's not going to happen for a little indie game. I love this music. I don't get to hear the music when I'm recording because I'm talking over it. Really nice. Storing my water in the fridge just to be thematically appropriate. And then I'll put my food in the cupboard. I like zombie games. There's so many. I know that zombies have been a real big fad, and I've heard a lot of people talking about how zombie games are becoming passé. But I don't want to see them quit coming. I like them. Right there, I was fiddling with the potato seeds because I need to plant those potato seeds, but I don't have a hoe. And hoes require... I forget how much metal they require. It's either 2, 3, or 4. I don't think it's 4, though. I think it's 2 or 3. Probably 2. Yeah, these things don't look metal. They just don't. They look metal to you. They look like wood, but you get scrap metal, which is, you know, it's fine with me because it's a source of scrap metal that I'm going to use. So I was trying to get some ingots. I'm going to get enough of this and put it in my hand, which was annoying. Enough of that to craft a pickaxe. It's a good way to get a pickaxe, in my opinion. Just break these sort of metal fences. You can find them all over the place. And right there, if you click between the inventory spaces, there's a slight gap. It will drop it on the ground. It's a bit annoying. I don't really like it. I think that it punishes you if you're having to mess with your inventory really quickly. Like if you're trying to frantically fiddle with it because zombies are coming at you. All it'll do is punish you while you're trying to move fast, which might be, you know. So, I mean, as far as that UI design goes, if I probably wouldn't have put the gaps between the spaces. But, you know, it's okay. I do like how the UI looks like a tool belt and a backpack. That's pretty neat. I really shouldn't be storing all of my good stuff on my hotbar at all times, in case I die, but I don't plan on dying. Right here, you'll see that if you take damaged weapons and equipment and you craft them together, they will repair. So you see I've repaired that pistol. Taken a number of disrepaired weapons and crafted them into a fully repaired one, which is better than breaking it. I wish there was a way to straight up repair the equipment, like an anvil, like they implemented in Minecraft, so you can repair it. Maybe you make a repair hammer and or another tool of some kind, and then use it with an anvil or something, or a workbench to repair your tools. But then the repair hammer will take damage. I think that would be a nice addition to the game. Right there. I don't know where that block went, why it was missing. I don't remember how it got broke. So right now, I'm observing the front here. My plan is to build the gatehouse to my castle at this level. The main gatehouse, the front gatehouse. And I will wrap a wall around. Or at least this will be some sort of gatehouse outpost thing. So I'm just clearing some trees as well as collecting more wood, because I do need to build additional defenses at my home in the form of more wooden spikes, because wooden spikes are the best. And really the only reason that wooden spikes are the best right now is because there's no other viable option. Barbed wire, I'm sure is good. I haven't tried it yet. I'm going to be making some barbed wire. And right there, I didn't notice that rock at first, so that was pretty weird. I read on the wiki that barbed wire gets broken really quickly, but maybe it's not as bad as they said, so I'm going to try it out. And you use scrap metal for that. No, I think you have to make it into forging metal, so I think you have to use an iron ingot. I'm not sure. When forging is added to the game, that's really going to change the game's dynamic, and that's going to be pretty awesome. Sorry about that. I can't wait for forging. I mean, it's going to make the game even harder, only because it's going to make it more realistic. Because being able to craft scrap metal into iron ingots in your bare hands is just, you know, it's like Minecraft, the thing of being able to compress diamonds into a solid block with your bare hands. There was an animation I saw about that ages ago. So I'm laying down a couple of stone pillars here to mark the area, like a general area for the outside edge. I'm counting the blocks. I placed these 7 blocks apart. I'm not going to use a 7 block wide opening there. I'm probably going to... I do narrow it down to 5. I think 5 is probably good. I might go to 3. But I'm not going to actually put a gate there. I'm going to put barbed wire in it. I'm going to layer that with barbed wire so that if the zombies can still come through. Because if you completely block it up, then they'll just have to break down blocks. But if you leave a path for them to get through, I at least assume that some of them are going to take it. I don't think the zombie AI is smart enough to where if the zombies were coming from behind my house, they would be able to run all the way around a wall to go to the entrance. Which is too bad, because then you could make choke points of defense and force the zombies through an area, which is generally the best idea in these sort of defensive things, is to force them through a choke point. So here I'm laying additional wooden spikes. And this is one of the reasons I really like the ability to lengthen the days. Because, I kid you not, I mean, that small little building that I had in my, the first video I ever made of this, the little intro to building tips thing, it took most of the daylight just to lay down all these wooden spikes around it. It was frustrating to say the least. So yeah, the increased daytime is totally worth the increased length of the night. Right here I'm showing you the trunk tip spike. This spike is actually glitched. You'll notice here... Okay. See, it says that I got hurt, but I didn't take any damage. And the fun pimps know about this. It was mentioned in the release notes. The glitch was not added in Alpha 2. The glitch has been there since Alpha 1, because I noticed it early on in my playing, that those spikes are completely useless. And that's what I mean about no alternative to wooden spikes, really. Since that doesn't do anything, this is the defense you used if you have wood as your only real resource, which is how you start the game, is just having wood. This is it. This is the only choice. So I really hope that they add additional things. Like they have trap covers, which look like little piles of leaves. I want to see the ability to dig a hole, put those big spikes, and have the zombies, if they walk into that hole, just die on the spike. Because currently digging pits is not viable at all. And the reason it's not viable at all is because all you end up with is a bunch of zombies in a hole burrowing underneath your building, underneath your base. And that's not good. That's really not good. That happened, I don't know if it was Rhino Crunch, but somebody was holed up in one of those houses, the pre-generated houses that had a basement. And the zombies had started burrowing into his basement because he had dug a pit around the building. So moats are not viable. Except maybe to slow them down. I haven't seen zombies walk through the water, but I imagine it must slow them down because it does slow you down when you walk through the water. So maybe if you have a moat, then the zombies would move through it slower. But unless you're using that as an opportunity to shoot them, I don't see that being of any use. Right there, I got an egg. Eggs, I assume you can eat them. I haven't tried. They're not a crafting component for any foods. Things like cornbread and stuff don't actually take eggs, unless they change the recipe. There, did a little bit of trash disposal, cleaning up the trash. I did try out the new wrench item that repairs blocks. It does only repair blocks, unfortunately. Currently, there is, like I mentioned earlier, nothing to repair tools, except crafting them together with other of the same tool. Which isn't really very viable when you've only got one of it, and you're not really scavenging. You're just having to build a new one. But that's why I'm looking forward to the fact that they've increased the amount of iron that you get from an ore block. Although they have also increased the price of forging metal. No, they've reduced the amount of forging metal that you get per recipe, and reduced the amount of metal pipes that you get. And those are things that you create from iron ingots. So they've buffed the iron ingots, but they've nerfed the what you craft them into, which is fine by me because I never made forging metal or small pipes. I just use the iron to make more tools. So blocking up the doorway. Currently, that's the best option. I think just blocking up in the doorways. Scrap metal doors are the best doors in the game, not iron doors. Don't make them. I'm telling you right now, do not waste iron ingots making a rusty metal door. It actually is not as good as the scrap door. Right here I'm digging a basement. Well, I'm digging a staircase down into a basement. It does appear like the axe speeds up the process of breaking the rug. Even though it's still kind of annoying to get through this rug. And there's the dirt. I don't have a shovel, and I don't have nearly enough iron to make a shovel. So I'm just punching through it. Pickaxes do not speed up the mining of dirt. At least, I don't think they do. They don't seem to when I used it before. So rather than waste a pickaxe, I'm just punching it. Which does take a while. A shovel with full stamina will break a dirt block into 2 hits. Of course, I don't have full stamina right here. I decided I wanted my basement to be have at least a 4-block high ceiling, so I don't feel claustrophobic down there. Now I've decided to go and store some of my items. I shouldn't be carrying around everything. Scrap metal, the gasoline, because I don't need that at all. There's only a couple things you can do with gasoline. Either you use it to power the power tools that you have to find, you can't craft them. Or you, and I decided to keep the SMG. Or, and I don't know why I put the shotgun shells in there. I'm probably going to take those back out. Well, next episode I will. That was silly. What was I saying? What was I saying? Yeah, gasoline. You can craft it into oil barrels, but all those are for is they explode when you shoot them, or they take enough damage, which I think is a complete waste of gasoline, because the power tools, the auger, which is the power pickaxe, it's so fast. Here I found some clay. Clay, you craft it into lumps and you make bowls, and the bowls are what allows you to craft things like rabbit and venison stew, just like in Minecraft, except in Minecraft you make bowls out of wood. So clay is just found around in the dirt, probably around rivers more often, but I just happened to find some there. That was pretty nice. Stews are nice because they will give you both hunger and food. It takes your food items and it stretches them further, and allows them to better satiate your dietary needs. But currently you don't have to cook anything. There is a cooking pot, but I don't think it has any use. At least I haven't been able to use it. The campfire, haven't been able to use it to craft, to cook anything. I might just not know how to use it, or maybe cooking is coming when they add forging. I don't know. So that's what we're going to put down there as a basement, and that's where we're going to have the mine is going to be starting. The video is just about over. Yeah, I think the video is just about over. But before it is, I do go out here and break these to get some more metal, but then it falls over the edge. But it's not yet dark enough to warrant my not coming back down. So I come down and grab it. I was pushing it at 2030, a bit dangerous, but there weren't any zombies, so it's still red, the sunset. So go back inside, place the wooden spikes. I always forget that. I'm glad I didn't right there. And I'm pretty sure that right about now, yep, Nope. Crafting some more iron ingot. But very soon here, we're going to be done. Alright. So, stay tuned. The next episode coming very soon. I've been Sentinel H. I'm signing out.